funky, funky.
Say hi, D.
Hello. Good morning.
So this is the scoop.
People like Charles Carter.
I suck at vlogging. So here's the scoop. North Louisiana is hot, dry, still, damp, all the bad conditions for ground handling. So the school is headed to the Texas coast where they are predicting 5 to 10 mile an hour wind for the next 3 days, coming mostly off the water. Mornings are showing west, evenings are showing south. So that's the trend, and we're gonna go down there and capitalize that. Capitalize on that. Got a guy already there. Dimitar is going with us, and we're meeting with 2 students from Texas. They are gonna meet us there for their first flights. And we're about to hit the road. So see y'all there. Good morning there. So we have made it to our private beach location. Actually, this is the house we're staying at. Our beach training location is actually out on the beach. What do you think? Is this good content? Should I turn this thing where the light is in my face? Is this better content? This is probably better, right? So yeah, woke up. It's dead calm. There's 0 wind movement. It's supposed to pick up to about 10 this evening, so it's going to be a gradual increase in the wind. It's going to shift around to come out of the water. So we've got the morning off basically to do whatever. I'm gonna go down here to this Buc-ee's truck stop. Buc-ee's is an amazing resource that I've only found in Texas. There may be other ones, but there's 3 of them in Texas that I know. The one in Terrell, Texas is the biggest gas station I've ever seen. I forget how many hundreds of gas pumps they have. That's right, hundreds. They have over 100 at least, maybe 2. I don't know, I can't remember. It's big, it's like a Walmart, but it's a gas station. I mean, there's food, delis, hell, they probably got hotel rooms. I don't know. There's a Buc-ee's right down the road from this place here at Surfside Beach, and we're gonna go down there and hit that thing for some breakfast and see what they got. In the meantime, I'm energizing with one of these Star Blast. We're gonna have a Star Blast and see how that is. I've got 2 students, man. Both of them took to kiting perfectly well yesterday. One of them's being a little hard on himself, but I don't know why. It was his first day. I wish people would just like be happy when they learn to kite. But yeah, down at the beach, a few hours, these guys can both kite forward and reverse. At that point, they're ready to tow, but we don't have a tow machine. So we're gonna do some more kiting here. We may end up doing a hang check. I've got the paramotors, I've got some straps. We may go through some motor exercises and get these dudes flying here by tomorrow morning. I've got 2 pilots doing their first flights this evening. If they don't crash the gear, then we're good. Let's do it. Found our fellow pilots. They're all right here in the parking lot waiting on breakfast. Buc-ee's got breakfast tacos and we be jamming them this morning.
Oh, they're good. That was my first breakfast taco with my wife and I like it.
It's my 10,000th and I still like it.
Well.
So while I was doing some instruction at the beach, Mr. Dimitar did a little cell phone recording. I was just doing some instruction and teaching some things about the paramotor, and then I did a little demo flight for everyone. Some bystanders came up, wanted to see it, and I hope you enjoy this footage. Thanks, D, for the footage, man. You gotta pack up your glider and all this. It's not that big of a deal.
I'm not a fan of ground start. I quit doing it a few years ago. That's how people cut their hands or heads off. It'll hurt you bad. That's the #1 injury is hand in the propeller. You can prevent any of that savagery by just not doing that. The first thing I do when I get one usually is build a rack. So I'm making sure that my plane of propeller rotation is in a safe direction before I run it up. Clear?
Clear.
Then I check my kill switch, make sure my kill switch is working.
morning, everyone. We have been training on the beach for 2 days. Not taking a lot of video. Some other people have taken some video. I'm gonna try to get a little bit today while we can. Do a little training. Oh, we're at the ferry. We're finna get on the boat, pull all this gear across the Galveston Bay here. Morning, boss.
Good morning, man.
Just straight there. Okay, thank you. So the only ferry I've ever been on was this ferry, and it was about 20 years ago. So this is my next time on this ferry. So, we are ready for the boat ride. You ready, D?
Oh yeah.
This dude
riding.
has come a long way in 2 days at the beach. It's amazing to train in some wind. It's good stuff. He might have super skills.
Never know.
Never know. So we're taking a ride across the bay. We're going over to Bolivar Peninsula. We're leaving Galveston Island. The only two ways to get over here are to go all the way around through like Houston or to take the ferry ride across the bay. So we opted for the ferry ride. It looks like conditions are gonna be good. They're gonna get strong today. I hope it's not too strong. I'd like to get these guys on their first flights. I'm doing some first flights this weekend. At least we're trying. You don't ever wanna force anything. You know, as an instructor, you sort of feel obligated to get people to fly. But what I've realized is that over time, when it seems like it's just outside of what's good, bad things tend to happen. And I don't want anything bad to happen to any student. It's always worth like a little postponement, even if it means some travel. You know, you roll the dice with this stuff and you try to do it as best you can. There may never be a perfect day, but you really want to get as close as you can to that. The winds change. They go up, they go down. If you can catch yourself in between that spot where it's either increasing or decreasing, where it's just right, that's gonna be a huge thing. We're gonna keep it safe, play it by ear, see what's going on. Like I said, I'll try to get some video today. I've not been doing a lot of video this weekend. I hope I find enough to make a video. I usually do. All these birds flying around are great. Hey, what's up, D? I'm being watched now. Oh yeah, the birds are flying, the boats are floating, and we're finna go out here and do some beach activities. See you there, guys. Is it working? So we're at the Bolivar Peninsula, back on the mainland. We have set up camp, and I thought, why not make a video? Welcome to Camp Kylo. I think I'm gonna take an early morning Zeno. Well, it ain't early morning exactly anymore. Sun's pretty high up, probably 9, 10 miles an hour. We're gonna do some work today, some para work. I see rain in the distance there, but I think we're gonna be good. Beautiful morning, let's get to it. Well, good morning to you, Mr. Yuta matey. I'm searching currently for the most comfortable and ergonomic harness available, price excluded. And so far, the leader of the pack is this Dudek power seat. Now, I know I talk a lot of Dudek, but there's a reason for it, man. They really do make quality stuff. Shit, I just totally botched this. So the video stayed like this for quite a while. What I figure happened was the mic got like kind of unplugged, and it was sort of in that weird realm of plugged in and not plugged in, and that's what was causing the and you basically can't hear what I'm saying through the whole flight. I had this nice long talk about picking gear and trying out gear, and I've had the opportunity to try a lot of it. I've not tried all of it. I don't know if there's anyone that has truly. Maybe, who knows? But I have tried a whole lot of it, and I've really found some gear that works really well. I'd like to keep trying other gear, but for the time being, as far as motors, Vitarazi, it seems to be the offering that most people go with. There are some others. I've got the most experience with those. I've tried some of the others. There's others that I would like to try and still may, but right now my fleet is all Vitarazi, just if nothing else, so that I can have, what do you call it? oh, the thing where all your parts kind of match up and you can get what you need out of each. No, there's a vocabulary word for it. I'll have to look it up later and put it here or something. I was also talking about harnesses. I've managed to try just about every paramotor harness there is available. And that really is kind of the difference in how the paramotor feels, flies, ground handles. In my experience, there is nothing out there any better than the Dudek comfort seat, power comfort seat, whatever they call it. I'm not even sure the name of it, but I'll call them up. I'm like, yeah, send me one. I want another one. And I keep putting them on these paramotors. And even paramotors that are not all that, you put one of these harnesses on there and it becomes like a brand new machine, like fit to your back, feels really good. They know what they're doing. They also know what they're doing with the universal. That as far as a beginner wing, I know Tucker received a lot of over like the like worst launching wing ever, and a lot of people sort of mistook him to say like all Dudek products fly the same way, and I gotta tell you, that's not right. Dudek makes 39 different offerings as far as wings at this moment. I looked at their website and counted them just because I was curious about that comment. Somebody mentioned oh, so Dudek wings suck. Okay, I hate that people took the message out of that video. The Warp is a difficult wing to launch. It's small, it's high aspect ratio, not easy to kite, does fly real well. I had the same findings myself. Not sure if it was the worst, but it was among the hardest wings that there is to launch and fly out there. So you have to know what you're doing. It's an advanced level glider. I'm sure Tucker could have figured it out. Probably did, who knows? There might be a video out where he says what happened. Anyway, enough on that subject. That almost broke the internet. But back to the stuff that I've been doing and shopping around with. Ozone, they make some pretty good gliders too. The Spider 3, that one seems to be the one that I'm having the best results training people with. Mojo's not so much. Mojo's super safe. It's probably great for learning to thermal fly or using them in like some mountain conditions where you're on a hill. But as far as flatland motor launches, they hang back enough that it causes more problems than benefits. They won't fall. They're real doggy. So I've been leaning away from those. And again, for my money, what I'm recommending for people to buy and learn to fly are these Dudek universals. Jen makes a good one too. It's the Pegasus 2. I've tried that one. I like that wing as well. There are many others. I hate to even mention any at all, but those are the ones that I have the most experience with at this point. Mac Para makes a pretty good one. The Charger, that's a nice wing. Easy to launch, easy to fly, very forgiving. Again, I know I'm leaving a ton of wings out. There are some I'd like to try from like BGD, Bruce Goldsmith Designs. I've not had the opportunity to test out those. I'm sure they probably fly too. I've seen them flying and they look like good gliders. They look like they're well thought out and put together. They seem to fly real well. Most people enjoy them. But you got to take with a grain of salt what people say. They like, I like this glider. I like this paramotor. That may be the only glider and paramotor they've ever tried, or maybe they've tried a couple. And of course their opinion matters. Everyone's opinion matters, right? I mean, just like my opinion. I'm sure it matters to somebody, but who knows? Who knows? I like flying. I like stuff that works. I like stuff that's easy to learn on, that's safe. Tomorrow, I'm going to be going up and doing some stalls on this Dudek Universal. I got the whole thing planned out. Where, how, what. It's been a while since I've done some. I think I shot a vlog earlier about that. But that's the plan for tomorrow. We're going to train all day outside. But okay, so back to the video in question. I know that was kind of a long rant. I was more or less blabbering on just like I was in the video. I wanted to more or less reproduce it here, but it's been a couple of months, so I'm not sure exactly what all I was saying in that video. I'm always saying something, guys. That's just how I roll, of course. But there were a few moments in the video. What had happened, I think, was the plug had disconnected, and when it did, the audio went back to the GoPro mic that was on top of my head. And whenever it did that, you can hear some of the things that I'm saying when I'm on the ground, but when I'm flying and the motor's running, you can't really make out my voice. But when I'm kiting on the beach and I like to land a few times, and I may cut those in here at the end just so you guys can see. The students that all did their flights that day all did well. It got really strong and we had to leave and come back to inland to finish our training. The students got their first flights. Congratulations. It was Jennifer, Steve, JB, and Dimitar. they all got first flights that weekend. Pretty neat stuff. We all had a really good time. I met some cool people. Got to train on the beach for 2 or 3 days. Did some laps myself. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I got to try out some different guys' gear while I was there. Didn't do a lot of filming. I usually don't do a lot of filming whenever I am on training operations. It's just hard to put together a well thought out video because my focus is on the training, and that's where it should be. And I'm glad I get to make these videos when I can. I'm going to put this footage out there, just let people see it. You guys seem to like it. I'll try. Okay, look, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm sure that everybody loves to hear me talk, right? But no, I don't mind sharing. I don't mind sharing. I enjoy sharing this stuff with you guys. This is what I got from this weekend. I hope you like it. I'm gonna put in the parts that you can hear, and then I guess I'll put in the stuff that you can't hear behind me on the green screen here and let you watch it. But I had a few minutes of footage, so I thought I'd show you. Oh, I guess I might as well talk about the flight. It was the first time I flew the Xeno at the beach. I was trying so hard not to get sand in it. I got home and still, there's like a teaspoon of sand in every damn sail. It just takes one time for that wing to kind of drag across the beach that you get just a little bit of sand in there just when you're picking it up. I got it out of there. I kited it out at the field here and it's all good to go. Yeah, it did good. The Xeno always does good. I really like that glider. I think I need to retrim it soon. I've probably got it just about out of trim, so we're gonna do that. Until then, I'm gonna cut this one here and let you guys watch the rest of it, and I'm just gonna roll on out. I gotta get in here to the family and spend a few minutes with those guys because they don't get to see me much anymore either. And in the meantime, it's been fun hanging out. Drop a thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if you didn't. Same to me. I got nothing but love for you guys. Kyle out. Alright guys, so the rest of this footage is just everything that I salvaged that you can basically hear. What I'm fitting to do in this little clip is kite the wing up and give myself a lot of room. I'm right next to the water. I went down there so the sand wasn't so powdery, and then I give myself some room after I kite the wing up to turn around and do a launch. So yeah, I'm gonna get myself out of here and let you guys enjoy the rest of this footage. There's some cool stuff, I guess, if you're into it. Check it out. Much love guys. Kyle out. In this clip, I was just, there was a family at one of these beach houses, and they were having breakfast out on the porch, and they were waving, and the kids were all excited and jumping around. So I just landed out here in front of them and just kited the wing for a minute. A car came down the beach, and so I had to kind of wait for a minute before I turned and went, but just let them look at it for a second without buzzing them, so to speak. So I figured landing and kiting would be a nice way to demonstrate that. Anyway, that was it. You can kind of hear me talking here.
I'm letting a car go by, that's why I'm just standing here. Yeah, so that's that. My flight's over. I'm gonna get to training, getting the students their first flights. Probably won't be videoing that, but everybody's looking good out here. We finna get to work. Much love, guys. Kyle out. so windy. No, come down. Oh, that's good. I just played around, yeah. Trying to shake some sand out of the tips. It's like sandbags up there. Just jamming a little, having a good time. My starter pulley kicked the bucket on me. I'm not gonna pull on it anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a better one at home. I got like a sailing pulley.
To it?
It's just dug in. Yeah, look at there.
That's a normal occurrence, by the way.
Really?
I've known it. It's happened to a girl that has one of these. And what I did, I gave her a Harkin pulley and a bunch of rigging.
That's what I got. Yeah. It's a good
Harkin
stuff.
on a swivel. And then I used actually one of these carabiner deals.
Oh yeah.
And I rigged it on there. I told her to. I've seen that happen though. Isn't that a bummer?
I had some plastic pulleys fail on my old Fresh Breeze, and I machined some aluminum rollers and made them solid. That helped. Ain't a bad machine. It's aluminum, no cheaper construction.
Yeah, it's just that one part here I've just heard about it as of like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I pulled it and I was like, something's right.
But most of the
I thought it was
time,
wrapped around.
you could take one of these and buy a little time, and that wheel's bigger.
Yeah, a little better. I don't ever put bar on them anyway, not with the training units.
Yeah.
If I'm out thermal flying, I might.
Did you extend that on the front? Put that.
No, that's how it comes.
Wow.
That's their offset.